Bonjour everyone and my dear friends and you guests coming along hopefully on this show. I feel like it's a show. It's every Tuesday and every Tuesday is a challenge for me, and I want to thank you for challenging me to talk to you about things that hopefully are exciting and also help you change your life. Because after all, it is the purpose of all this information is how can we make our life feel better and experience what I love to call joie de vivre. So today I'm continuing the saga of the book, and I hope you have visited my Facebook and read some excerpts every day of the book and challenging you to think of things. What do I want to change? What's stopping me from changing? And what is the story of my head? And today we're going to think of our head, of our mind, this little space here, as a house. Isn't the expression the head space? So I would like to start reading you an excerpt of my book on the metaphor of your mind being a house. And then we'll talk about it some more, what it means for you. Just pretend for a moment, my dear friends, that I am your interior designer. So you have hired me to perhaps decides to redecorate your house, and I'm asking you, are you ready for a tour of your mind? Let's first step into the living room. The living room is the space of your conscious awareness. All the thoughts that exist in that space are manifested into furniture. So notice that it is filled with fixtures and furnitures. Some of these furnishings are in need, serious need, of being changed or simply reupholstered, perhaps with brighter, cleaner fabrics. How long have you had this furniture? In the future, we will learn how to rearrange the furniture. But right now, we are going to go down into the basement, into a hidden passageway, which leads us to a room you might not even know exists, although it is actually the most powerful room in your house. It's called the subconscious library. It is a room filled with the record of your life experience, including all of your unproductive memory from the past, all your emotional melodramas. But have a good look around this space. For in this room, there are also many empty spaces, shelves just waiting to be filled with new volumes, inspirational memories, books of empowering new beliefs, new volumes for a new life. Now, look around the corner. There is a completely empty space. There is nothing in this space at the present except a seat in the center of the room facing a giant screen, movie screen. It's called the screening room, and this is where we'll come to visit for 28 days to create a new space. a vision for your new home. All right, I hope you enjoyed this passage. And I'm going to challenge you a little bit today because this is how we grow and expand. So please forgive me for that. But let me ask you, are you happy spending time in your living room? When you look around the space of your living room, what do you see? Old furniture that belonged to your grandparents? Or perhaps new, contemporary, Zen experience, empty space. Wherever you are, you can walk around and notice so much space, bright colors, and you would love to sit in that one place because when you do sit there, you feel so good. Or there are too many things everywhere and you feel confused and you cannot wait to get out of that space. Get out of your mind, go somewhere else to be distracted. Don't love to be home with yourself because whenever you sit somewhere, it activates something you may not like. Do you have this experience in real life, in your house? When you sit on a certain section of your sofa, you know that whenever you do, you feel so good, so relaxed, like you can turn off the rest of your day. Or you go to a section in your apartment or house, which you know when you sit on that chair is for you to focus on work, on things you have to do, your projects, and realizing that each time you visit those different places, you activate different behaviors. And those behaviors become your habits. So, for example, you know sitting at the table, it is to eat. And you know when you sit in front of your TV screen is to relax and unwind. However, when you sit, for instance, facing that TV screen, are you sitting doing things that maybe don't belong to that space? Because it is an old behavior that you're carrying through to the present. Maybe this old behavior is to take a drink from the kitchen that maybe you don't need, or to take food to eat that you could do without. So perhaps that chair facing the screen there, as an example, could be discarded, replacing it with a new chair, a new color, that when you sit, you create the behavior that you want. Am I challenging you too much in this arena? Because to me, and I hope it is to you too, thinking of your mind, of those different parts, can really help you access what you want. Do you want to feel peaceful? You know where you want to go. You want to be passionate? There is another room. You want to be creative? Sit on another space. And each time you know what you're doing and you recreate the same experience, that is productive. And again, yes, some of you say, but I'm not feeling this way. Well, because you need to just clean out the space totally and start from scratch. Again, making a fresh start is required here. When I started my fresh start, I had a lot of teachers helping me discard all this furniture, because somehow, although we know this furniture are outdated, we are so attached. They become like old shoes and comfortable. We are creatures of habits, and we love our comfort zone, although those zones, I keep repeating the same message to you, is probably not the healthiest or the most productive. So we need to have courage. First step is to be aware. Yes, there are thoughts we don't want. Let's go. Let's clean. Then we need help to doing that. And that is why I'm here, to help you do what I have done and I continue doing, clean out the remnants of the old. And sometimes it is very challenging. So my dear friends, remember that after we clean out, we're going to go down to the basement. And where do we go? Into the screening room. So what does that actually mean? The screening room is about the future of our life, and the conscious living room is the present. And then the library downstairs has all the memories of all the chairs that are up into that living room. So we are now going to create the future, assuming we get rid of all the furniture unneeded. So what do we do in the screening room? Again, we use our imagination. Imagination is key to everything, and you know that so well. You know that to activate your imagination, you need, of course, to create pictures. And that is a reason why I call this room below, because it is below our conscious mind, subconscious, and also because it requires to change, to have a screen on the wall, like a movie, like a TV screen. A giant one, you can have a 3D, or you can have just a wonderful flat screen as big as you want, as bright colors as you want. Because when you sit in front of that screen, you start to project there your movie. It's not a movie that you can rent on Netflix, but I believe you can create an exciting movie that maybe perhaps in the future could be bought by Netflix, but it is yours right now. It is your custom design movie of your future. What is it that you want to have in your house? What belongs there? What you don't want anymore? And how do you want to feel? Because I want you to know that. Some of you I know, some of you I don't, but we all deserve to be happy. This is what we're here for. This is the mission of our life, to be challenged to find our way and be happy at the end, and to be passionate about life and not waiting for it to go by being the same old, same old. So what do you want to activate on the screen that every time you go down in your room, screening room, you can see the same thing, because you need to be repeating that future, that rehearsing of your life. What do you want to see on it? What kind of person are you there? What do you look like? What is your attitude? Are you feeling excited about life? Do you smile? Do you feel charming? Do you feel bright? Do you feel creative? Do you feel unstoppable? Do you feel you can do anything that your mind can imagine? Because you can create it. I know you believe that deep down. Maybe you haven't really manifested, but I know you've heard about this law of attraction, because yes, it is about, again, this attraction, but we need to be positive, projecting the positive so we get back this excitement. So please project what you want specifically. Use all the colors, use all the sound effects, sun surround sound in the theater, and you have your password activated, 3 words that you know when you say them, it flashes all the pictures you want to see on that screen. And remember, practice, practice, practice. Visit every day, sitting there, excited about seeing the movie again, because your subconscious needs time to absorb the new message. It has a hard time letting go of the old ways. So you need to be patient, you need to be perseverant, and you need to believe that you are worthy of making your fresh start. And I'm here to help you. It's not easy to do it alone. You cannot create with the same mind you created the problem. You cannot create your solution. This is Albert Einstein who said it, not me. So we need to have an activation from another place. And I am your interior designer, Edwige, that could get you to change your mind, change your living room, and have a wonderful life. Merci beaucoup, and we'll see you next week for another story that can bring you more excitement. Au revoir.